Well, okay, we are back in the dungeon. I have become to call this place my dungeon because it's just a dungeon. It's got tons of junk in here. I mean, I know it's a little dark. I can't do any lighting, but there's an Everlast bag right there. Pair of gloves to hit it with if that's your thing. If you want to work out frustration or whatever. This thing right here, it weighs, I don't know what it weighs. It's heavy. There must be another one in this bag down here. Pair of brass balls. Sorry. Pooey. Got a pretty cool little mantle clock. There's that big deep freeze I had to move pretty much by myself. My wife helped me over a few curbs and about 3 steps. And then I had to drag it about 40, 50, 60 yards around the house and over to the driveway to get it loaded. But anyway, let's see here. Yep, I'm about 6'3", and I believe that thing is 6 foot tall. It's huge. It does work. But after we called down to the meat locker in our nearest town, they are booked till I think it was May before we could get a cow processed. So anyway, so I'm not going to turn that on for a while. I guess the cow gets to live a little longer. Whew, look at this junk everywhere, man. There is just junk everywhere. There's that beautiful thing that used to be green. Well, today we had 3 grandkids and I was busy, but I did manage to put this one sign together. It don't look like a sign yet, but it will. Put me a sign together that's an order. There's the other one. That right there was supposed to be something, but my wife misunderstood. It's supposed to be a board that shows 5 and 6 foot and all that. And she said, "I need you to cut me a board 6 foot long." This is a 1x8. So I cut it. She said, cut it 6 foot long, sand it, stain it, get it ready for me. I said, okay. Then when she showed me the picture later, she said, yeah, it goes up to 6 foot plus. It had like a 6 right here. And it was a kind of a measuring. Did you see that? Yeah. It went up to right here. It said 6 foot. Well, she was preoccupied with grandkids and everything, and she tries to multitask all the time anyway, whether she's got grandkids or not. That just adds to it. But I said, well, this will not work to be a deal that will even show 6 foot because it's only 6 foot tall. She said, well, why won't it? And I said, well, the first 12 inches won't show, so it's going to be 1 through 5. And we had a little discussion about that. And after she stormed off and thought about it a little while, she understood that she had screwed up. So anyway, that's kind of a waste of material. But we'll cut it down, make some signs. We'll do something with it. If not, well, I'm out $12 for a board, plus my labor and sandpaper and stain and all that. And next time, maybe she'll listen to me and think about it a little bit more before she just, rattles off and tells me that I'm wrong. Anyway, which I'm not usually. Anybody need a sleeping bag? There's a sleeping bag. There's a big bedroll. There's another bedroll. Oh, not sure what that was, but there it went. Oh well. There is an old leather hat box. Very, very cool. That is like old. That is hard case. Old hat box. Really cool. There's some old swords over there that I found. Another sleeping bag. Just tons of goodies. Tons of goodies. If anybody knows anything about electronics, there is 2 humongous speakers. These, I don't know how to tell you how big these things are. They're huge. They have phone jacks. I mean, they're set up for a big home theater. There's 2 more on the floor. There's some kind of a power head. I don't even know what that is. But this is huge. There's 3 more speakers back there. 2 little ones and a long one under it. I've got stuff I don't even know what I have. I'm gonna have to look all this up. There's some brand new Sirius XM stuff. Still in the box, brand new. Anyway, and we love our junk too. Metal buckets, you name it. This recliner I've had for a long time. It's just sitting out here doing nothing. There's a woman in close to us in a town. Well, 10 miles. Anyway, we heard tell she's sitting in a lawn chair. So I'm going to clean this chair up, and I have a bunch of tables. I'm gonna find a table that kind of, she doesn't have anything. We just found out about this through some town connections and whatnot. It wasn't necessarily through our church, but anyway, I'm gonna donate this chair and pick out a table in here and get that to her. That'll give her something better to sit in than a lawn chair. But anyway, we're going to do that. So I got to do that in the next day or 2. Let's see. Oh, okay. Well, I've got to put frames around those two signs that I made. So I've already sanded a couple of my boards. These are 1x2s, 8 foot long. Got to sand all 4 sides, of course. And I've done that, and that's kind of what they look like when you're all finished. They kind of start out like so. They're just pine 1x2s, and when you get done, they look pretty good. Especially when they got a little character in there, these little knots and whatnot, and some grain. Really dresses them up. I had a frame out here, a completed sign and everything, and I've already carried it in, but anyway, I'll show y'all another time. But anyway, that's what I'm fixing to do, is stain these 2 boards, let them sit over here and dry. I always just kind of set them right over here, let them dry overnight, and that way it's easier for me to work on when they're not, wet with stain, because you get stain on your hand, and then you get stain on the sign, fingerprints, and well, as you can tell, I kind of keep stain under my fingernails pretty much all the time. And everybody that knows me locally, excuse me with my arthritis and all that. My fingers are a little crooked. But anyway, that's what happens when you work with wood and sand and all that all the time. Yeah, that's some pretty hands, isn't it? All right, well, Mary Kay and whatnot, I am not any of that. But anyhow, this has gone on way longer than I meant for it to. I won't keep y'all any longer. I hope y'all have a great night and even a better tomorrow. And I hope your hands are cleaner than these. Wash your hands, people. And look, don't fear this stupid virus going on. We're going to be just fine. So everybody chill. Don't hoard. And God bless you. And we'll talk to you next time. All right, then.